Hello everyone, my name is Virginia Yemima Wenas with student identification number 2410110600080 Class C Information Systems, Facultas Matematica dan Ilmu Pengetahuan Alam.
Transistor. A transistor is an electronic component that functions as an amplifier, switch, or controller of electric current flow. Transistors are made from semiconductor materials such as silicon and have three main terminals: emitter, base, and collector. There are two main types of transistors, namely bipolar transistors, BJT, which consist of the NPN and PNP types, and field effect transistors, FET, such as MOSFET and JFET. Logic gate symbol description Boolean and output is at logic 1 when, and only when all its inputs are at logic 1, otherwise the output is at logic 0. X equals A, B, or D output is at logic 1 when one or more are at logic 1. If all inputs are at logic 0, output is at logic 0. X equals A plus B and D output is at logic 0 when, and only when all its inputs are at logic 1, otherwise the output is at logic 1. X equals A, B, nor output is at logic 0 when one or more of its inputs are at logic 1. If all the inputs are at logic 0, the output is at logic 1. X equals A plus B free output is at logic 1 when one and only one of its inputs is at logic 1. Otherwise is it logic 0. X equals AB XNOR output is at logic 0 when one and only one of its inputs is at logic 1. Otherwise it is logic 1. Similar to XOR but inverted. X equals A plus B not output is at logic 0 when its only input is at logic 1, and at logic 1 when its only input is at logic 0. That's why it is called an inverter. X equals A. And gate. And gate, this logic gate produces an output of value 1 only if all inputs are 1. If any or all of the inputs are 0, then the output is 0. And gate adalah sebuah gerbang logika yang bekerja berdasarkan prinsip berikut. Jika semua input bernilai 1, high, maka outputnya adalah 1, high. Jika salah satu atau semua input bernilai 0, low, maka outputnya adalah 0, low. Sebagai contoh, jika terdapat dua input, yaitu A dan B, ketika kedua input, A dan B, bernilai 0, outputnya adalah 0. Jika A bernilai 0 dan B bernilai 1, outputnya tetap 0. Sebaliknya, jika A bernilai 1 dan B bernilai 0, output juga 0. Output hanya akan bernilai 1 jika A dan B sama-sama bernilai 1. Secara sederhana, and gate hanya menghasilkan output positif, high, jika semua masukan memberikan nilai positif, high, or gate. This logic gate produces an output of value 1 if one or both inputs are 1. If all inputs are 0, then the output is 0. Or gate is a logic gate that produces output based on the following principle. The output will have a value of 1, high. If one or more inputs have a value of 1, high, the output will only be 0, low. If all inputs are 0, low. For example, if there are two inputs, namely A and B, if A and B both have a value of 0, the output is 0. If A is 1 and B is 0, the output is 1. If A is 0 and B is 1, the output is also 1. If A and B both have a value of 1, the output is still 1. In simple terms, the OR gate will produce a positive output, high, if at least one input is positive, high. NOT gate is a logic gate that has one input and one output. The main function of a NOT gate is to invert its input value. If the input is 1, high, then the output will be 0, low. If the input is 0, low, then the output will be 1, high. NOT gate is also called an inverter because its function is to reverse the input logic. As an example, if the input is 0, the output will be 1. If the input is 1, the output will be 0. In simple terms, a NOT gate changes logic to the opposite of the input value.